Akeem, homeless in America, unfiltered. Scene 1, marker.
I interviewed one of my guys over at Sahara, and he is one of those people that just wanted to be off the grid. He's like, I don't want to be married to a mortgage payment. I don't want to be married to a rent payment. I want to be able to do what I want to do, how I want to do it, when I want to do it. I don't want anybody judging me. I don't want anybody telling me what to do. So I'm content being out here having less than, but because it makes me happy. So there are so many stories of people just coming off the grid, so to speak, because they don't want to be drones anymore, right? We've all been brainwashed into believing that the American dream.
Oh, I love what you just said. You don't understand. On my Instagram, I have 2 accounts. One is my activism account, and I speak like that. Most Americans, not all, but most, are brainwashed, programmed, and conditioned.
Absolutely. My father was that white middle class. You gotta have the kids. You gotta have the Beagle. You gotta have the white picket fence.
Now you're not homeless, are you?
I almost ended up homeless in 2013.
But you're not right now.
No, sir.
Okay, what you're doing is a good deed. That's a good thing, and I want to be a part of this. Okay, because my awareness. And there are awareness here, but it's not as big. Like when you see it on the commercial platform, it's filtered. What I'm doing is unfiltered because I want to show the true condition and how these individuals live. And it's sad because maybe we can get more people to put the kindness in their heart to want to do more. You understand? You can't save everybody, but we can save as many as we can.
Okay, so for those that don't want to be saved by being put under a roof, I have been hounding the city, give me some land. I don't care where that land is. I want to be able to tell them, come set your tent up. Here's your 10 by 10 square. All you have to do is maintain that 10 by 10 square. We will bring you services. We just want you to have that communal mentality. So let's all work together. We'll have a garden, we'll grow vegetables, you'll have some responsibility. If you want to stay in that tent forever and a day, more power to you. If you want to advance, then we'll move you into what I considered a Conestoga hut, which would be an 8 by 8, 4 walls with a lock and a door. Okay, now we're reconditioning them to be integrated back into what the city thinks is the solving the homeless crisis is let's pluck a few of them off the street and we'll throw them into an apartment. No, hell no, that's not going to work.
So let me ask you this, and that's if it's okay with you. If it's okay with you, can I just ask you a few questions, like, with the camera? I just want to ask you a few questions like, what can we do? Like, what can we do to...
Well, you're not going to want to hear what I have.
No, I want to hear it.
So,
but I'm saying, can I record it?
Well, if
can
you'd
I
like
interview
to record it.
All right, that's all. Long as long as you say it's okay, that's all. Because I really want to get involved too. I care. You understand?
Well, I don't know if you know the history behind Las Vegas and how much money's actually out there, and that's the problem.
I would love to hear that. So I'm going to get out.
Okay.
I'm going to get out.
All right, let's go over here.
Yes. Thank you. Here we go. I'm going to get out because this young lady, she's about to let me do an interview with her.
They're very stinky.
All right. So, again, my name is Akeem, and my awareness and my principles in regards to why I want to do this, let me just give me a minute. So my reason, my purpose and why I want to do this, I want to hear your story. I want to hear from you your purpose and why you're doing this. Why this means so much to you. Why this so important to you.
So in 2013, I moved back to Las Vegas with 2 boys with disabilities. I myself have a chronic medical condition and was disabled as well. I found myself in a position that I was looking for affordable housing. And I went to social services and basically got told that I could be put on the wait list for housing, which was 3 years long. And in the meantime, why don't you go live in your expedition? Because there was nothing else to offer me if I was not willing to take my autistic son into a shelter.
So at one point, you said that you was almost homeless?
Almost homeless. I moved out here with a gentleman who had purchased a very large house. We were blending our families. And along our trip from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, I don't know what happened. I believe a job came up back on the East Coast. And he realized once he landed here that he didn't want to stay. Well, I was not willing to uproot my children again. I had lived in Vegas from 99 to 2010, right after my husband passed away. I relocated my children back to what we consider their hometown and tried to start my life over as a single mom.
So now you out here doing a good deed for the homeless community. You providing food. Can you explain to me, is there an organization that supply this, or is this out of your own pockets? Or is this from your own personal?
So 7 years ago, I began my journey with this community with Street Dogs. Street Dogs was a nonprofit that's mission statement was to feed the street dogs. I grew outside of that mission statement because I saw the need for human interaction. I knew from my experience with being almost homeless that I could provide them some valuable resource information. So I stepped back from Street Dogs, and in 2018 I applied for my 501c3 nonprofit status. My organization, the Compassion Initiative LV, provides the food twice a week, every Friday and every Monday, to this community in the historic West Side in 2 locations, all thanks to Whole Foods in Celestial Manna. So I get rescue food donations 3 times a week, and then we either prepare food or we're able to offer them prepared food from Whole Foods. And to give some examples. So they provide me items like this, grilled chicken. This is Brussels sprout side order. We've got cranberry and brie flatbread. We also receive food from Chick-fil-A, from Red Lobster. This is the Chick-fil-A eggs. They have been frozen, so we take these out to the Street Dogs for protein. We always bring coolers of beverages. Today we're offering like turmeric. We've got sodas. Most of the time we also have yogurts and milk products to offer. You can look at the pastries that we have. So on Fridays we primarily feed. On Mondays we have been setting up on G Street, which started 7 years ago with Street Dogs under the orchestration of Father John McShane. He was a Catholic priest, and he began his services 20 years ago. So prior to COVID, we had probably 10 or 12 organizations that would gather on G Street every Monday. I'm going to step into the...
So let me ask you, what's your goal? What's your purpose? What's your goal for the thing that you're doing here right now today?
So I hate to think of myself as a Band-Aid, but I am providing a service we have 14,000 homeless on the street. There's just not enough resources for everybody. My goal is to raise awareness of why we have a homeless crisis, Why some people choose to be on the streets, and
From your understanding, not to cut you off, what do you, from your understanding, why do you think that we have so many homeless? You said to me a few minutes ago that you spoke to the city, or you've been trying to make contact with the city in regards to.
well, for a number of reasons. We had a meeting with the North Las Vegas Mayor Pro Tem. I've reached out on a regular basis to our city council people, especially those that represent this particular area. I've invited them to serve with me. The reason why we have a homeless crisis is very long. It's a long list of reasons. Clearly, we don't have enough mental health in our country anymore. We live in a city that is promoting gaming, sex, drugs, alcohol, you name it. Many people come here with the aspirations of Hollywood, so to speak, and they find themselves down and out, and they can never recoup. We have seniors living on the streets now that are receiving Social Security, but we have a lack of affordable housing. We have people that just choose to be off the grid.
So what you think it is that we can do to help fix this situation, or to make it a lot better than what it is?
I think that we need to hold our city accountable for the $400 million they earmark for homelessness every year, and ask them, what are we doing with $400 million?
So they do get money for homelessness.
From the feds.
And what do you think they're doing with that?
Well, it's been my experience that the money is diverted into other departments, Metro for patrolling, cleanup, fencing. They love, if you go to the west side, the historic west side, this is all you're going to see. We're beginning to look like a prison city. They are fencing all the lots off to prevent them from camping. So just let me briefly tell you about the Martin versus Boise decision in 2000, it was either 18 or 19, where 6 homeless people from Boise, Idaho took their city to court because they stated that they didn't have a place to lay their head because they didn't have enough shelter beds. So they got arrested. So these people took the city to court. It went all the way to the 9th Circuit Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court ruled that if a city does not have enough shelter beds for their homeless, that they have to allow them to camp on public property.
Okay, excuse.
And I'm sorry, but that decision has never been respected or enforced in our city.
Okay. Now, I have a gentleman over here. Sounded like he wanted to say
Yes.
something. Go ahead. You
No,
can
they
go.
can take the whole thing.
You have something to say, young man?
Please,
What-
please, because
what-
I need to check out my
Go ahead. Go
cooler.
ahead.
This just happened to me.
I just have a question.
See, I realize what they do.
I just have a question, my friend. I just want to ask you, because I'm just trying to understand with this young lady, where and how did how did you get to where you at? Like, how did you become homeless?
Oh, when he told my 3 years ago, I stopped counting. It happened 3 years ago. Wow, that's beautiful, man. I was staying with my friend balling, living life, no AP, BMW, flags, Cadillacs, everything. I felt like I was rich. Richest that I've been in my life. R.I.P. to have a witch. Oh, man, you hang out with that.
Pastries,
this
do we have
came
enough
home
to
with
offer
me.
them?
Hey, Crystal, man, dog,
Okay, no, I got more back here.
I had my house, car, all that stuff. I didn't know that all money was this beautiful until I got it. I heard if I knew it, I just didn't step back. It was sad. I can't see it, dog. This shit is so beautiful and lovely and kind. This shit is myself. I gotta have like a funny right here.
Okay.
I gotta have this shit allowed me to be myself. So I be myself.
So I wanted to hear.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
I said, Lord, if you gonna take it like this.
I know it's not much. I gave the tuna and the chicken.
Let's do this one and this one. Let's giving me your calzone.
Okay, let me get rough.
They'll eat
Hey,
it.
hey, what about the
Let's
400
get that.
million that you said the Fed had? I'm
All
talking
right,
about.
this is that.
What
that's
about that?
that.
Then you say something like that?
There we go.
Then if you say what you
You want a calzone because that's what we have, okay?
Yes, I want to know what's going on, sir. I heard
He's
something.
doing this.
Oh, y'all made a
He's
move?
looking to do stories on
I
why
ain't worried
people
about
are
that.
homeless.
That lady said
You
some
want,
important
did you
things.
take one of these?
That's
It's
what he's
banana.
doing, so you can speak to him.
They just
You can speak to him. He's doing interviews
They
with.
scared to, they, when
So
you talk
why-
power like the truth, it seems
I
like
gotta
they
get
scared
I
of
gotta
it.
get down to
I said the
Sahara.
same damn thing. I said, no damn. I just got kicked out of sugar. Got kicked out. I said, well, man, maybe because I was like this, but I said, can I have a bed? They said, we don't have one. Go downstairs. I went down. I said, do y'all have a bed? Man, I almost went to the damn. Oh, man, I tried to go to the damn day. I ran in front of the police car. He said, don't shoot those. You don't run in front of cars like this. I said, I can't go in the shelter. They said, I can't come in. I'm hungry. I want to do right. I want to change. What we do out there, we be out there crying. We pray together.
So just say
Don't
your
nobody
name real
see
quick.
us, man. We could've
My
died
name
like
is
that,
Trudy
But you
Kelman.
said something
And
about
then can you just spell it?
the Fed, out.
Trudy and then KILLMAN.
And before I leave, I'll give you my number so you can keep me updated with what you're doing in the community. And I would love to stay in tune with what you're doing because I want to do my part as trying to help the community of the homeless.
Raising awareness
Yes.
is the best.
It's very
thing that
important.
We have that's the only tool we have right now because our representatives aren't listening to the cries for help from those that are actually out here boots on the ground.
And I agree. So we'll work together and we'll figure it out. And I'm just trying to understand this situation a lot more better. So that's why I'm doing these interviews so I can get information from the individuals that I interview to better understand the situation to go forward. You understand what I'm saying?
Thank you.
This young lady here,
Ask her a question.
and I'll be out y'all here. What's this young lady name?
I'm Patricia.
Patricia, can you spell that?
Patricia.
Okay, Patricia, if you don't mind me asking, you said that you was homeless,
Yes, I stay in my car with 2 dogs, Salt and Pepper right here.
so you stay in your car with 2 dogs. So this is your car right here,
Yes, it is.
and these your dogs in the car.
Yeah, these are my babies, Salt and Pepper.
And if you don't mind me asking, I'll be out of your hair in a bit. Can you explain to me how did you end up homeless?
Well, I was living in Bonanza Pines, which is a senior citizen property for people 55 and up. And the white citizens there just kept bothering me. I just kept getting into different altercations, so I started cursing people out. And then the property manager, I cursed her out ever since I've been moving there because she never had black folks back. These people can say anything they want, and if you speak back, she wants to put notices on your
And
door.
where was this at? But at this point, you're not employed?
I get disability,
Okay,
so I
okay,
get income.
okay, I understand.
Okay, and I cursed the bitch out, and then she locked me out of my apartment. Now I went down to the courthouse and I paid $250 for a lockout. She still wouldn't let me back in my apartment.
Was this before this pandemic or after?
It was actually during the pandemic because I left there last summer.
Okay, so
In
you do.
August.
So you have a vehicle here,
Exactly.
and you sleep in your vehicle.
Yes.
So what's next for you? Like, are you
Well,
trying
I'm
to?
looking into housing, but right now I'm on the wait list, and then since I've no longer lived at Bonanza Pines, every apartment that I applied for, they tell me I couldn't move in.
Okay.
And I got documentation to show that. I couldn't even get money from the city of Las Vegas or from the Helping Hands of Nevada. I don't know what the hell they doing with the money.
Do you have family here in Vegas?
No, I'm from New York. I've been in
York?
Vegas 6 years, and I've been in my car 5 damn times, me and my dog.
How long you been homeless, and how long you been living in your car?
Since I got evicted out of my apartment
And that's been what?
last summer. This is going to be my 2nd year.
Okay.
so this
How
is
did
a
you
year
meet?
and a half.
How did you meet this young lady here that's providing
Because
food?
Trudy comes out to G Street. You know G Street?
Yes.
The open field?
Yes.
Trudy does Monday nights over on G Street. There's an
Okay.
open field. She pulls up with clothes, food.
That's real nice of her.
Exactly.
And
She
this
brings
is
me
and this
food.
is Trudy.
Yes, this is Trudy.
And,
And she's here every Friday. But she normally comes out and do lunch. We serve lunch at 12:30. Pepper over here.
Okay.
She had things going on with her son, so she came out late today.
Well, I appreciate your time. Like I said, I'm trying to better understand the situation that we have here and make this awareness a lot bigger than what it is. So maybe we can eventually get something done by working together, because it's pretty sad that you can build football stadiums and use taxpayers' money to do that when you got a homeless situation, because they don't make money off of taking care of homelessness.
Right. And I get income, and truly, no, look, I get income, and I had applied for 3 housing. I didn't apply to Lake Tonopah, Whispering Palms, and Sonoma Palms, and they denied me housing because I'm a black woman. Telling it like it is. I get goddamn income. I get good money.
I appreciate your time. Thank you, and you have a good day, okay?
Thank you.
I'm gonna exchange some information with this young lady because she's doing a good job, and may God bless her.
All right. Give her your card?
I'm gonna talk to her now. Thank you for your time.
All right.